What's good, Washington fans? We have signed Charles Leno to a 1-year, $5 million deal. The left tackle out of Chicago, former 7th-round pick in 2014 out of Boise State. He's 29 years old, 6'3", 307 pounds. This guy has started 93 consecutive football games. That is big time. Being durable like that, that's big time. 2018 Pro Bowler, solid signing for a one-year deal for $5 million. As you guys have heard, if you are on Twitter, Cornelius Lucas was not happy about some of the tweets that Ian Rappaport made the other day. When we did bring in Cornelius Lucas for a visit, he said that Washington has a big hole at the left tackle position. So that kind of made some big news in Washington football town, how Cornelius Lucas was not happy about that. But what I got to say is, man, competition, it brings out the best in people. So those two guys will be battling for the left tackle position for the starter. John Keim has said that most likely that Charles Leno is being brought in to start. And then also you got to think about some of the other guys on the roster. You know, you think about Sam Cosmi, 2nd-round pick that we just drafted out of Texas. Rappaport said that he needs some more seasoning. He needs some more development, which is normal for a 2nd-round pick. Now, I don't want people to panic too much because, you know, we've been so bad with 2nd-round picks in the past. So just we got to give Sam Cosmi some time to develop. I didn't think he was going to start day one anyway. I thought even if we didn't sign Charles Leno, I thought Cornelius Lucas was going to start a left tackle, and then Sam Cosmi would be the backup or a swing tackle for, you know, heaven forbid, if Morgan Moses gets injured or somebody else gets injured, he'd be ready to step in because he played right tackle at Texas as well. But we got a lot of depth, man. This is a lot of depth that we have on the whole offensive line at almost every position. You know, we brought in Eric Flowers, we traded for him. Ron Rivera is really trying to beef up this offensive line. He's really trying to beef it up. A lot of depth, you know, a lot of competition. Eric Flowers versus Wes Schweitzer at the left guard spot. Can't forget about Sadiq Charles. I forgot about Sadiq Charles in my last video because he only played, 2 snaps and played in 1 football game. So he's most likely going to be playing left guard. Then right guard, you got, of course, Brandon Sheriff getting paid $18 million this upcoming season. And behind him is Wes Martin at right guard. And then, of course, center is Chase Roulier, who just got paid. Keith Ishmael's behind him. And, of course, we got Morgan Moses, who plays through a lot of injuries, had his best year last year at right tackle. And then behind him is David Sharp. Or, like I said, it could be Sam Cosmi swinging around for Morgan Moses if he does get nicked up and banged up. Like Morgan Moses plays through so many injuries. So he's been an Iron Man for us, too. But let's go into the profile. Let's go into the pros of signing Charles Leno. He was a Pro Bowler in 2018. I know that's 2 years ago, but that's still pretty solid. Blocking and protecting Mitchell Trubisky. They did make the playoffs a couple years. They just made the playoffs this past year. So he was huge in that playoff push down the stretch. Mitchell Trubisky played solid enough. He got enough good blocking, and it shows. It shows. You look at the numbers from Pro Football Focus, weeks 1 through 9. He was the 48th ranked offensive tackle with a 66 overall grade. Then weeks 10 through 17, Charles Leno was the 9th ranked offensive tackle, had an 81.2 overall grade. 30 of his 43 pressures allowed last season came in the first 9 games. Last year also, Charles Leno allowed 5 sacks and 42 pressures in the whole season. So that's pretty average numbers. Not bad at all. He had 6 penalties. You listen to Bears fans, they complain about him false starting and holding and being a turnstile. So, you know, I'm not getting too hyped up about this pickup. Watch some of his play. He's a solid lineman. He's a solid guy. Had, like I said, 93 consecutive starts, has been in the league since 2014, was a 7th-round pick, you know, worked his way up, being a 7th-round pick, bought an air mattress, and crashed at Kyle Long's house from the Bears when he first got drafted in training camp and made the roster and just worked his way up and was a perennial starter left tackle and then was a Pro Bowl alternate in 2018. So this guy is a tough guy. He's a hard worker, and he's a Ron Rivera culture guy, did a lot of things in the community as well. So he fits the bill. He fits the culture. Last year, Pro Football Focus, he had an overall 74.6 grade, a run blocking grade of 74.5. That's pretty solid as well, and a pass blocking grade of 69.4. So, like I said, nothing to really wow you, but he's solid. Solid depth and not a bad starter as well. And he really could be a mentor to Sam Cosmi. Him and Cornelius Lucas could definitely mentor Sam Cosmi and get him ready. And also in practice, you know, you're going up against Chase Young and Montez Sweat in practice every day. So if that's not going to get you ready for Joey Bosa on week 1, I don't know what will. So, and if you didn't know, we do play the Chargers week 1. I'm gonna say some schedule nuggets in this video as well. We do play the Chargers week 1. We play the Giants week 2 on Thursday night. But getting back to the offensive line, like I said, Eric Flowers at left guard versus Wes Schweitzer. That's another big competition right there. We traded for Eric Flowers, brought him in for $3 million a couple weeks ago in that trade, which is pretty much a steal. And him going against Wes Schweitzer, who played really, really well last year. Now, Cornelius Lucas played really well last year, but he missed a couple games and didn't start until the second half of the year. So it looks like Ron and company, they're not, I'm not going to say they're skeptical of Cornelius Lucas. I guess they are, but they just want to have a for sure thing. Charles Leno, they just want durability of the position as well. It looks like Charles Leno can bring that. Another good nugget from Charles Leno. Last year, he logged 1,025 snaps last season, was credited with just 25 blown blocks per SIS. That's the 8th lowest percentage of blown blocks among qualified tackles from 2020. So those are some good numbers from Charles Leno right there. Pretty encouraging numbers. Now, the other guy that we did bring in for a visit was Bobby McCain, the safety from the Dolphins. We haven't heard anything yet, how the visit went, how he's been signed. So looking at the comments and listening to a lot of Washington fans, they rather sign Bobby McCain than Charles Leno. But honestly, we signed both. I think it would be some good depth, solid moves. Bringing some veterans coming in here to start, because Bobby McCain definitely would be an upgrade at free safety than what we had last year, especially with Troy Apke playing free safety last year, getting beat deep almost every play. So we still got Cam Curl, who's strong safety, DeShazer Everett, and Landon Collins, more of strong safety, and Jeremy Reeves, of course, who played free safety, but he's still young and getting better and learning the game. So bringing Bobby McCain definitely would help. But this Charles Leno signing, he's 29 years old, 6'3", 307 pounds. Not a bad pickup at all. Can't really hate on the move. Like I said, some Bears fans are saying good luck and stuff like that, but we had that same thing happen with Ronald Darby and Eric Flowers when we brought those guys in. The next thing they started playing really well for us. So let's talk about the schedule just a little bit here, and then I'm going to sign out. So apparently we played the Chargers week 1 o'clock at FedEx. So we started with 2 home games. New York Giants, we played them on Thursday Night Football. At home, we cannot get swept by the Giants again. We cannot let Danny Fumbles sweep us again. We just cannot let that happen. If we're down by 1, Ron, please don't go for 2. Just kick the field goal. Let's go into overtime, and let's take care of business in OT. We play the Packers week 7. That's most likely going to be a 1 o'clock game. And then we play at the Broncos, which is a 4 o'clock game because it's in the West Coast. That's per Nikki Jabavala. And then week 18 is against the Giants. So yeah, that's against the Giants. And also, this is a leak as well. I don't know how true this one is. Week 12, we play the Seattle Seahawks on Monday Night Football. And then we play the Dallas Cowboys week 16 on Sunday Night Football. So that's 3 primetime games already that I'm hearing so far. So we went from 0 primetime games to having 3. And the schedule's not done yet, so we might even have another one. We will not be playing on Thanksgiving. We will not be playing in London against the Atlanta Falcons this year. That's another thing that I've heard as well. So I will be making a schedule reaction video tonight. And then also I will be on the Warpath channel tonight, so make sure you guys sub him up. His description's down below. He's one of my Elite channel members. That is my guy. One of the funniest Washington football fans. One of the funniest Washington football YouTubers that I know out there. He might be the funniest one, actually. So make sure you guys tune into that. That should be tonight at 9 o'clock. I'm going to make my video first, and then I'm going to hop on his stream, so it should be a lot of fun. So make sure you guys tune into that. So yeah, like I said, I like to sign and let me know what you guys think. Who do you guys think is going to win the battle? Is it going to be Cornelius Lucas? Is it going to be Charles Leno? What do you guys think? Do you think Eric Flowers versus Wes Schweitzer? Sam Cosmi? What do you guys think about Sam Cosmi? Sadiq Charles? How is he going to work out? We just need the guy to get on the field. We need Sadiq to get on the field and stay healthy. That's what we need from him. So he most likely will be playing left guard. I forgot to talk about him in my last video. People were like, what about Sadiq Charles? I was like, I completely forgot because he only played in 2 snaps. He only played 1 game. So, but yeah, I can't hit on this move. I think it's a good, solid move. Like I said, competition will bring the best out of guys. So, all right, you guys, I can't wait to play the Giants on Thursday Night Football. I'm going to be lit for that game. I can't wait for that game. I'm already. I can't look past the Chargers, though, with Justin Herbert. That's going to be a tough game. We cannot sleep on them. They have a very dynamic offense, and Justin Herbert had a heck of a season last year. So, all right, you guys, hail to the football team. Peace.